Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. Today, I invite you guys and welcome you on a channel 52 with Mindful Talk with Amber. And today, I have a very special guest joining us all the way from Pakistan. That is Sarah Tareen. Thank you, Sarah, for joining us. So, we're actually having, I'm going to apologize on behalf of.
Thank you, Amber, and thank you for having me on the show.
You're very welcome. So we are having some network issues today. That's why, our show took a little longer. And, we have Sadia joining us. Sadia, she's also from Pakistan. Thank you, Sadia, for joining us. So as we said that we are having some network issues because, it's all the way back different countries. I guess today we will go through with the network issues today. इससे पहले नहीं हुआ था तो आज हम
Thank you so much for having that. We apologize.
Yeah. So, Sarah, let's start talking with you. I know that today's topic we are talking about the new ways of learning because of pandemic and this new non-presidential moment. ये एक ऐसा time है that which is going everywhere. It doesn't matter you're in New York or Pakistan or you are in any part of the world. People are getting impacted in the same way. So इसमें जो online teaching है and the way of Zoom and live streaming, this is becoming a new era of this generation. So आपका ये प्लेटफॉर्म जो है वो ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म है तो आप लेट्स टॉक अबाउट इट ये किस तरह से how did you came about it and give us some history. And I know I apologize that Sadia हमें join नहीं कर सकी because I think she's the main person and you're a faculty, so please you're gonna fill up for both. आपकी double responsibility, so please go ahead.
Thank you, Amber. So I will be obviously speaking on behalf of Ms. Sadia, who owns the Mon Academy, which is an online teaching platform. So as you mentioned, we are living in this new pandemic time and post-pandemic, as we call it, and it's become the new normal. And everything has to change or has changed. Education has become more digital. It's gone online. We've seen students all over the world, not just specific countries, but all over the world, resorting to online classes, digital platforms. There's Zoom, there's Skype, and all of that is being used. And I feel while we are going through challenging times and we'll get through this, I also feel this is a good time to have a reset button. And I speak on behalf of the education system and about the education system, that this is a good time to reflect and to see where are we taking the education of the future generation. And I feel the online education has many opportunities for the young people. And I feel that it has a lot of scope and it has a lot of opportunities. And I believe it can be also very exciting for the future generation to use the different opportunities we have online.
Absolutely. I do agree with that part. And I think that's the only option left to, handle and go along with. Now, as you said that you're a faculty member, so you teach also. And I'm a professional development as well, and we do teach. The only things that we do, adult teaching. So what are the lacks that you feel, and what are the benefits that you feel in online teaching?
Well, the lack is what we're having right now, which is network issues. It can happen anywhere all over the world.
Exactly.
I know I've experienced that in multiple Zoom meetings from Europe. I think we've all been there. And so definitely that's one challenge. But I do feel we'll cross that since, like you said, we don't have a choice but to go online now. And that is going to be the new normal for education as well. So we will be relying on online, and I suppose internet connectivity has to become more efficient and better in the world all over. Secondly, the other challenge would be that it is more challenging to retain a student's attention online.
Mhm.
There are many instances, for example, students may turn their cameras off because, oh, they're having internet issues, but you don't know if they're actually in the class. So, you have all these issues, but that comes down to discipline. It comes down to certain rules. If you apply them, then that issue is not there. So I feel these are minor challenges which we can overcome. What I do feel personally is that there are more opportunities than the challenges, and I'm personally more excited about the opportunities. Naturally, we're used to the FaceTime, we're used to one-on-one interaction,
Mhm.
personal touch
Mhm.
uh, isn't there as it is in the human interaction. But I feel in my subject, at least media studies, I feel that I can diversify more online. I can take my students to links and subjects and topics which I probably would not be able to cover within a 45 minutes classroom time frame. I mean, physical classes, one-on-one classes. So for me personally, it is quite exciting to do the classes online as well.
Okay, awesome. So, having said that, you said that you are more excited. So, is the classwork time has increased or decreased? Because our kids here in states, we are some of them are hybrid, some of them are completely virtual, or which
Mhm.
didn't have that 2 days you are home and 2 days, but most of them are virtual. But what
Mm.
happened is definitely the screen time has increased. The
Yeah.
impact on human body and vision and brain is way more used than it used to be before.
Mhm.
So let's talk about that, your feedback on
So
that.
it's interesting you asked that question because just today I was telling my students that we're going to, because the weather is getting better. As you know, it's quite hot in Pakistan. The summers are quite intense, but the weather is getting better now. So I did tell my students today that from next month onwards, October onwards, when it's fall over here, if we continue to have online classes, you will sit outside and have your classes with me wherever you are. You can sit on your balcony, you can sit in the garden, you can go sit in a park, but we'll do it online so you get some sun and interact with the world outside as well as you're going digital at the same time. Yes, absolutely. I do feel screen time is definitely a concern for a lot of parents, especially because you have mobile phones, you've got laptops, you've got tablets. However, I do feel that if it's again monitored properly and if it's done under proper schedule, I think these are just minor challenges once again. For me personally, because I've been taking online classes teaching, but I've also been taking online classes for myself. And
Mhm.
what I find very exciting is that I can connect with festivals all over the world now. Earlier, I had to get a plane ticket just to go to France to attend a talk of a filmmaker. Right.
Mhm.
So now I can just go online and go to the festival site, and there I am. I'm interacting with the best jury in the world, the best filmmakers in the world, and it's amazing. And I
Yeah.
think that's something we should not take for granted. We should make the most of these opportunities. And when I speak for one, for example, I know there are lots of Urdu speaking Pakistani Americans and in England, British Pakistanis. And one of the concerns that I normally hear from my friends is that their kids are not learning Urdu or they're not learning their native language. And I feel, again, these kind of online platforms can help parents help their children with such concerns. So I really feel there's a lot of scope, and I think we shouldn't underestimate the scope of online teaching.
No, definitely. I actually agree with you because I think it's such a beautiful thing that within this pandemic, you're safe in your house, you're within your environment,
Yeah,
and you have
absolutely.
the biggest control of safety and security and timing, and you
Yeah.
can maneuver it, and at the same time, it's a platform which is you're getting credits of your education and everything. So we are lucky to have Wi-Fi. अगर ये नहीं
Mhm,
होता
mhm.
तो I don't know what would have happened. So, but I guess human being is a such
What would we do?
we would figure something out as well. So let's talk about. I know you talked about film fair. I know that you also have another.
I'm sure. I mean, we adapt, right?
So you are also a filmmaker, correct? So let's talk about that. So how long you've been doing
Yes,
that, and
correct.
And how do you think that your other part of the profession has helped you in this educational side?
Well, filmmaking is something I've been doing for almost 13 years. I think it's been 15 years now because I said 13 years about 2 years ago. So I think it's been like 15 years now. And filmmaking has been a part of me since I graduated because I was in a film school. It was the first film school in Pakistan. We were the first film batch, filmmaking student batch in Pakistan. So it's something I've been doing since I was 19, really. And it's part of my, you could say, my DNA. It's a part of my, because my family was also into film. So it's something I've grown up with and I've been working on. I've been working in the documentary sector with international broadcasters for the last 12 years. And then I've been working on feature films as well. I started off working with Shoaib Mansoor, who's a well known Pakistani filmmaker who directed the film In the Name of God,
Mhm.
amongst others, Bol and Barna. So I worked with Shoaib Mansoor in the movie In the Name of God. And then I started my own projects as well. I released my own feature film, Tamanna, in 2014. And since then, since 2015, I've been working on my feature documentary, which I'm directing. So it's the first film that I'm directing. And it's going to be released quite soon as well. So we are hoping to release it on Netflix. So we're working with the Norwegian Film Institute on that.
Oh, awesome.
So that's what I do. And I also teach film. I teach film and media studies. And it's obviously very much related to what I do. So I try to teach my students through practical examples as much as I can, whether it's the exposure to the kind of uh, filmmakers that I look up to and the kind of film talks that I hear, the kind of work that I like and experience. And so I try to give my students as much as practical exposure as well, because in media studies, I feel that's the most important aspect of learning. Apart from theoretical, you have to apply the theoretical part of the subject in practical work. So that's what I try to do.
You're absolutely right. And, by itself, it's such a vast and exciting profession. And, the versatility is part of it. And then you're covering it for so many years. So that's amazing and exciting. So I know that you have mentioned that you have made a couple of documentaries and another one is coming. So what subject is the one that you usually speaks to you? Hello, Sadi. Did you hear my question? So, Sadia, my question was that that the documentary that you're making, and you also mentioned it that you made it in the past. What kind of subject matter is that, or what makes you, think of that? This time, I'm gonna pick this one. Is that because there's some social norm issues going on, or there's a reason that?
Sorry, Amber, I lost you there, the last sentence that you said.
Okay, so I'm saying that, whenever you are making a documentary, there must be a reason behind it. So, what is your reason for picking up a certain subject matter, whichever one it is? So, I think we are keep missing each other. So, what I'm gonna do? Let's listen to the video ad that you guys have of your school, so everybody can look at it, and then we're gonna take it from there. So can you please put the video on of their school, online school? I think we're having some technical difficulty here, more than usually we do have. So there's a video that they have sent for the school that which we are requesting to put. So the video should be able to explain itself. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi, Amber. So interesting, I just got a message that yes, I can. So interestingly, I just received a message that there's a nationwide internet problem today. So I think I need to highlight that on your show, that if we're talking about new ways of learning, you definitely have to talk about limitations of the internet as well.
So what I was asking, if you can, in few words, whenever you pick a topic for a documentary, what is the cause or reason behind it? What makes you pick up certain subject matter?
Mhm. Mostly when in my work so far, you can call it a coincidence, but I also call it my own instinct. My work revolves around topics about the youth, particularly in the coming of age kind of stories, and the children who have a lot to say, children in conflict, children living in conflict zones, and or just stories of children. I find those very empowering, and I myself often think that children are the ones who tell stories the best. Their worldview is very different from obviously from adults, and seeing the world through a child's perspective, you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot about politics. You can learn a lot about the world around you and the human experience. So, to answer your question, my
Urdu,
stories do revolve
while
around
our
the children.
qualified Qari instructor will be teaching. In addition to our primary, O-level and A-level online classes, Vaughan Academy is now also offering online Quran classes, online English language classes, and online Urdu classes. Our highly competent instructors will coach you in spoken and written English and Urdu, while our qualified Qari instructor will be teaching Quran to all age groups. Contact us now for extremely affordable packages.
Okay. So anything else that you want to add and say, about your school and any messages that you want to give? I know what would help us on the other hand is that, the 9 hours difference, we are +9. And I think that becomes an accommodation because you guys must have students from all around the world. So scheduling must be something that you guys work with, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Sarah, in your last words, if you want to say something about
I think interesting you pointed out the timing. I think Vaughan Academy is one of the very few, if not only, academies who do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think it caters to students and timings all over the world. We have teachers working around the clock.
okay. Well, thank you so much, Sarah. I really apologize, everyone and audience, for the disturbance in the network. There are certain things that, nobody has control over. And this is one of them. At least we were able to have you and, hear about you. And please, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new online school panel, which Sadia, who was not able to join us, but Sarah is here. And as you guys have heard from her, she's working with the school, and it would help us because we are +9. So I urge with all the Pakistani community or even the community that have want to do more than one things, because if kids are going to school and they want to pick another language, that would really help at the same time, because our hours are +9. So please, go ahead and, look into their website. Sarah, can you please just give in brief about your website or any information that you want to give to the audience? So Sarah, do you want to give your website online? Can you just say it, or want to give any information? Okay, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are really having a lot of internet problem, and today was my day to have that. So far I didn't, and it happened to be on your show, so I apologize with that. Having said that, I'm gonna take my time from you guys. You guys go ahead and have a good day, and next time we will meet again on Mindful Talk. And thank you, and Allah Hafiz. Sarah, can you hear me, or? Sarah, if you're hearing me, do you want to give any last words, please?
Yes, Amber, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. And I think we had some challenges with the internet, but we are talking about new ways of learning. And these are one of the challenges that we're facing, and adjusting to the new normal as all of us adjust to the new normal. My final message would be that the parents who are concerned about their children adjusting to the new normal, this is an exciting time as well. Apart from being a challenging time, it's an exciting time for your children. Don't miss the opportunities for your child to learn new things, new subjects, as you said, new languages, new skills. Make the most of it for your children as well. And to the children, I would say the same. Use this time effectively, use this time efficiently with online platforms such as Vaughn, where you can learn new languages and skills. Thank you for having me, Amber.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And again, just like many of things, that this is one of those days, as human, we don't have control over, but and that's how we are learning.
Yeah.
And we are humans, and we're going with the flow, and that's how it is. Not to stress so much about it. But I'm glad
we're all in this together. So.
Correct. We're doing collaboratively. And the beauty is that the world is becoming more smaller. We're becoming more closer. And, that's the beautiful part of internet, that, we're sitting talking, there's thousands of miles, but still we can see each other. So, there's little limitations. So
Yeah.
it's going to get better. But, I wish you all the best with the school, and, with your energy and enthusiasm towards it. It's
Thank
really
you.
make me feel so proud of, our countries, that they're doing such great job. So ladies and gentlemen, I really urge you guys to, take full advantage of it, and, help our fellow members here, and, take care of yourself in this time. Allah Hafiz.